Hello loves, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Renee if you're new here, and on today's video we're going to be talking everything spring summer 2023 trends. I have to be honest, I haven't seen much innovation when I was doing my research for the spring summer 2023 trends, but really how much innovation can you really have? Fashion always does is really repeat itself, but beautiful clothes though. Nonetheless, here's what's trending. So first up, we're going to be talking about florals. I know.
Florals for spring. Groundbreaking.
You all know there was Prada, that was like the famous line, but it's something a little bit different this season. They have it like in the form of like accents, like on chokers. You'll see a lot of that. You'll see it on clothing. Like I believe it was like the Loewe collection that recently came out. You see a lot of floral accents where the floral was actually the top. Even on the shoes, a flower was like actually the heel. You'll see it in belt form. I'm really feeling the choker look. Like I'm feeling like I could do like a little DIY moment, go to Michael's and get like a cute little flower. I just feel like you can have a plain outfit, even something like this when I'm wearing like a pinstripe blazer. Imagine just, when it's kind of like masculine in a way, and imagine just adding a floral choker around your neck to just make it stand out and just add a little bit of femininity. I think that's a very interesting take on the florals that are normally what you would expect for spring, but just doing something a little bit different. And to me, it's a bit edgy because the size of the florals, like these florals are dramatic. For me personally, I probably wouldn't do something that's too big, just because I feel like I have like a rounder face and I don't really want to, you know, cut my neck. I like it long to look elongated. So a way that you may see this trend translating from the runways to everyday street style, you may see a lot of people with their everyday look maybe sort of styled like pared down, more minimal, t-shirt and jeans maybe. Then you're gonna see that accent, that pop of that floral arrangement, maybe even on their shoe, whether it be their actual top being like that big Loewe piece that I spoke earlier about, and then maybe pair down with some denim or just a simple skirt, just so that is the actual focal point of the look. Next up, trending for spring summer, according to Who What Wear, is gonna be blinding white. So when I saw this, I'm like, what is so innovative about white? Like spring summer is when you really pull out your best white pieces, but not just like your basic cotton white t-shirt and your basic white denim, which is fine, trust me, that's fine. When I say basic, I don't mean like basic, I mean like, you know, just simple, your go-to. Now they're bringing out like the knitted, like those mesh tops, all white looks. You can do like ruffles. I feel like I've always been wearing white that's a little bit more dramatic. I've showed this one particular dress that I wear all the time, and people are always asking me where I got it from, and it was from Nasty Gal. But it was like it's like a shift dress, like a stark white. I wear it now all winter. I just pair it with like some tights and some boots and just bring it into the winter time. But more of that is going to be trending. This is beautiful Cecily Bonson skirt that I have on my wish list that I really want. It's like a high shine type of white skirt, very intricate, very voluminous. A lot of that is going to be trending, whether it be big bubble shoulders, ruffles, lots of layers, lots of knits. That's what makes this trend a little bit different. You're definitely seeing more of those unconventional fabrics coming down the runway, like a sequin. I know metallics are very much so trending for this year, but tell me what you think. Like, how would you incorporate these looks into your wardrobe? I know I've always been doing it because it's a standout. I just feel like when I wear white, I just look so pure, so godly. I love it. If I could find like a beautiful white head wrap, something that's different, maybe even like lace or even metallic, I would love that to just go with my white looks for the summertime. Maybe I need to look out for that. You know, it's not trending, but it's something I'm gonna keep my eye out for. Moving on. You guys know when Jen and Evelyn first stepped on the scene, they always had the bomb maxi dresses and they always had the bomb earrings to match. They were huge, very bold. They had all the girls wanting to wear their earrings. That's what's trending for this spring summer, and it may not necessarily be those exact throwback earrings, but definitely stand out earrings. They could be long chandelier earrings, huge hoops. You know, the girls, we've always been wearing the hoops, but things with like, you know, different accents on them. It could be florals, it could be, rhinestones, something that's gonna make you stand out. You know who will look really bomb in bold earrings? A lot of people who wear those short haircuts. I feel like it will definitely stand out. I feel like because I have so much hair, like it'll cover it up sometimes. But if you have a short haircut, definitely this is gonna be the trend for you. I always love seeing Jen and Evelyn rock their earrings because to me it was just so different. It was very much so Miami. Added to your looks if you're wearing blazers, like again, like I am, to just maybe feminize it a little bit. I don't know why I'm doing quotations, but you know what I mean. They could be a little bit more on the androgynous side, just to feminize a little bit, to have that big, bold earring. I love this trend. We're bringing it back, okay? So the next trend we're seeing for spring summer 2023 is going to be what I call transparency. So you see a lot of the mesh tops, you're seeing a lot of the mesh like maxi midi dresses that are fitted, you're seeing a lot of the mesh pants. Now, this is how I feel about this trend. I feel like done tastefully, it can be beautiful. It's like a take on nudity, in my opinion, in a tasteful way if it's done tasteful. I feel like you should probably have some kind of bralette underneath these mesh tops, some kind of shorts underneath these mesh tops. I see a lot of the let's wear underwear and sort of put the mesh pants or the mesh skirt underneath it. It's a fine line between stank and stylish. Now, I hope no one gets offended. If that's what you like and that's the look that you're going for, then fine. But I just feel like I don't want to see your drawers. And I feel like that's what we've been seeing. So put a bralette underneath it. Put a nice blazer over that mesh top. And it's not like a mesh, like a cheesy mesh. It's like finely knitted type of mesh. But you're seeing a lot of it with nipples out and things like that on the runway, and I just feel like it could be styled up a little bit better. And in my opinion, put a nice blazer over the top, put a nice bomber jacket over like a grayish nude, even like a pop of color mesh top. To me is like chef's kiss. Add some accessories, like it leaves something to the imagination in a good way, not in a we're trying to appease people, not offend anyone type of way. It just looks more styled up to me when you're just adding pieces. Sometimes people say take something off before you leave out the house. In this case, put something on and add something else just to make it look like a complete look, you know? But that's definitely what's trending. Try it out. I definitely wouldn't mind trying it out, but again, styled up with like a jacket over it, even like a longer blazer if I'm gonna wear it as a maxi skirt, just to have a complete look, okay? Tell me how you wear it. Moving on. Next up is a trend that I like to call 16 candles. You know those 80s movies with like, what's her name? Molly Ringwald. I used to love watching those. Those 80s party looks. This is very reminiscent of that Kika Vargas dress that I showed you guys previously. I'll put it in the cutaway somewhere. Those very much so high ruffled hemlines. So again, those bold shoulders, but very 80s-esque, but bring it into 2023. Those metallic looks. Looking back, you don't want to bring that actual 80s into 2023. You want to modernize it a bit. So again, those hemlines where they had like a lot of high-waisted, ruffled, ruched hemlines, shorter skirts. In my opinion, if you already have items in your closet that are already voluminous around the arms, on the shoulders, you can incorporate that into this trend. I have a white top that has very voluminous shoulders and arms, and all I really could do is just tuck it into some trousers. That way I'm still on trend and not having to buy anything new. But another great way is thrifting, vintage shopping. You don't necessarily want it to look like you're straight out of the 80s, but again, modernize it with some denim, modernize it with maybe a skirt or some trousers that are current. That way, again, you're still on trend, but you still look like you're in 2023, you know? I always feel like items like this with a take on the 80s with the volume, they're staples in your closet because they're standout pieces. You can always wear them with something more simple and still look put together and still stand out, you know? So this is something that I would say invest in, where something that would keep its shape, You can never go wrong with a piece like this. Next up is probably one of my favorite trends, and to me, these are investment pieces as well. That's gonna be trains. Imagine you have like a mini skirt that has a whole train in the back of it or on the side. How dramatic is that in a good way? I love it. Those are standout pieces. To me, that's innovative because a lot of times when you think of train, you think of like a wedding or some sort of formal event. On the runways, I'm seeing like a lot of skirts with bows and the train hanging from it, paired with like oversized blazers, or paired down with something more simple and very clean accessories where the skirt is, or the dress is, the standout piece. I can definitely see a lot of these pieces on vacation, but I will also like to see them styled up with maybe even like a loafer. I could see something like that to sort of casualize it. Is casualize the word? But you know what I mean. That with like maybe like a button up. Just, I like juxtaposition styling. Not what you would think it's intended for, but dress it down a bit. Even with like a sneaker, I can see it being dope. But it has to be done right. The train has to land at the perfect height of the leg. The fabric has to be right for all of it to make sense. But this definitely, I'm gonna see where I can incorporate this into my everyday wardrobe and keep it as a staple piece, because to me this is something I can take throughout the year if styled right. Okay guys, so those were all the trends that I wanted to show you guys that I was basically interested in, that I thought I could speak to with confidence, that caught my eye. Let me know if there's any trends that are on your radar that you're thinking about trying out for the spring summer, or if there's anything that you already have in your closet that you're incorporating back into this spring summer season. As usual, hit the notification bell, that way you're notified every time I upload a video. Definitely hit that subscription button, that way you join the family. Follow me on all my social media platforms, Instagram, TikTok, all that good stuff. Follow my blog, RENEELENNOX.com, and until next time, bye.